Let's talk about pride values for a bit. As you hopefully know by now, the Portola pride values stand for perseverance, respect, integrity, drive, and empathy. We have a few people in this video who will walk you through what these values look like in the day-to-day actions. But essentially, how a person regularly exemplifies themselves defines their character. Character isn't something that can be measured empirically usually, but you can see it and you can experience it. Transcripts, degrees, and accomplishments might get you in the door when looking at opportunities, but it's character that keeps you there. Character is what makes people want to work with you, be around you, and even emulate you. Strong character is at the root of deep relationships. As you watch this presentation on the pride values, ask yourself, how do I exemplify and demonstrate these values on a regular basis? And how can I be even more concerned about my character than the grades I get in my classes? Because that's what truly matters.
The first pride value is perseverance. One of our goals at Portola is to help learners become capable self-advocates who are able to ask for help when they need it. To that end, we have office hours built into our schedule 3 times a week. At the start of the year, all students must visit one of their teachers during office hours. If there are no open desks in the room, that classroom is full and you should find a different teacher. Office hours is a great time to ask clarifying questions, review an assessment, or make up missed work. You may visit more than one teacher during office hours, but all students are expected to remain in their final classroom during the last 10 minutes. Teachers will each be given 4 green Student Commons passes. These are to allow students to collaborate in the adjacent Student Commons space, but each student needs to have their own pass, which will be checked by the assistant principals who are walking through. As the semester progresses, you will have the opportunity to earn an office hour sticker based on your grades and your demonstration of pride values. More information about the privileges that sticker gives you will be shared through advisement. In the meantime, remember that office hours are required and students are not to use this time to leave campus or retrieve something from their car.
Our second pride value is respect. Respect is promoting the well-being of self and others, including the space around you. Please pick up after yourself and your friends if they leave your table after lunch by making sure all trash around you gets in the trash cans. This is your campus too, and we all want a clean and safe campus. If you leave campus for lunch, make sure you are exhibiting all pride values when in the community. The local restaurants will reach out to us if they are concerned with any behaviors. Also make sure you are back on campus in a timely manner, or the privilege may be revoked for you as well as progressive discipline as in detentions or Saturday schools. If you ordered food through DoorDash or another service, these deliveries can only happen in the parking lot and during lunch. You will need to be specific in your instructions of which lot, and this will not be permitted during class time, and you're not able to take your food into class to eat as well. Please respect our IUSD dress code. Students with items on that violate this dress code and do not reflect an educational environment will be asked to alter their outfit and could be given a PHS PE shirt to wear, as well as progressive discipline if this issue continues. Clothing that promotes alcohol, cigarettes, legal substances, active violence, ethnic or sexually degrading images or remarks, or violates the IUSD dress and personal appearance policy may not be worn. Examples of inappropriate dress are clothing considered undergarments, clothing exposing a large portion of the midriff, upper torso, chest, or upper back, swimwear, or items that are strapless. Staff collaboration rooms are off limits at all times, including knocking on collab windows or doors or looking into the space. You are able to email your teachers or visit them during class time.
The I in pride stands for integrity. Some examples of not demonstrating integrity are cutting in lines, fighting, verbal altercations, and using or possessing drugs or vapes on campus. Consequences for these actions can range from detention to conflict mediation or even suspension. Stealing is another example of violating our pride values. All students should keep their backpack and valuables on them at all times. If you bike to school, make sure you lock it in one of the 3 bike racks. For everyone's safety, you may not ride your bike on campus. If you skateboard to school, your board should be locked in a cubby. Do not ride your board or carry it around campus. Lastly, academic honesty is essential to demonstrating integrity. This includes plagiarism, sharing your work with another student, telling another student what is on a test, or copying someone else's homework or assessment. Be careful when using information from the internet. You must cite your source and use quotations if copying directly. Academic honesty violations can fall into one of three categories. Category A, involving homework or small assignments. Category B, involving an essay, assessment, or project. Or Category C, distributing a test or receiving multiple Category B violations. Consequences can include a restorative assignment, loss of privileges, athletic consequence, or Saturday school. In some cases, the consequence may also include receiving an F in the class or notification to your colleges.
Drive is another pride value. Please be on time and know your classroom expectations by reviewing your syllabus and know what is considered a tardy. Tardies may not be excused by a parent or a student. If you are more than 30 minutes tardy, please report to the attendance office. And if you are less than 30 minutes tardy, you report to your classroom. The first three tardies include teacher and student reflection and reminder, as well as parent contact. Fourth tardy equals a referral to attendance dean and a 30-minute detention. A fifth tardy, referral to attendance dean and 60-minute detention. Your sixth tardy is a referral to assistant principal and a 2-hour Saturday school. The seventh tardy is a referral to assistant principal and a 4-hour Saturday school. Beyond seventh tardy, a parent, student, administrative, and teacher meeting will happen, and possible attendance contract in order to attend events, as well as denial of parking pass. Speaking of drive, please look at your parking pass contract and rules. Attendance, including tardies, is monitored throughout the year. A parking pass can be revoked due to attendance. Remember to drive safely in our parking lot and to follow all instructions from our CCAs.
The E in pride stands for empathy. Short and simple, empathy is when we care for others. It's when we really understand what other people may be going through or experiencing and the certain emotions or feelings that may be associated with those situations. We're able to show empathy to others when we expand on observing situations from our own perspective and really understand what the perspective of others is.
Some examples about how we can show empathy can include really listening to what others have to say, talking about our feelings openly, being present and mindful, holding back judgments, and being understanding. We can show empathy here at Portola in a number of ways, such as if we see a friend or another student looking sad or withdrawn, we can simply ask, "Hey, how are you?" or "Can I help you?" If you feel more comfortable, you can also say, "Hey, do you feel like walking with me over to the counseling office?" If you're having concerns about a friend or another student outside of normal school hours, you can submit an anonymous Say Something report to make sure that friend receives the support that they need.
As I mentioned earlier, we can't really empirically measure these pride values, but we can see them. While these actions that you carry out are generally without regard to reward, we do like to draw attention to them in a few small positive ways. For example, teachers enjoy recognizing students on a monthly basis with specific values, as well as overall at the end of each semester, where we honor students with some verbal praise and a tasty lunch. As we go forward this year, make a concerted effort to keep the pride values at the forefront of your mind and actions. Good behaviors lead to good habits, which in turn lead to a strong character, one in which you and others will be proud of. Go Bulldogs!